Hi friends, this is Sarah from Crafting and Relaxing. Welcome. Thank you so very much for joining me. This is Smash Our Stash, the amazing collaboration hosted by Bourbon Creek Crafts here on YouTube. Each month we have a theme and we dig into our stash to use things. This month is pastes and powders and this kind of stuff. And the goal of this video is not to inspire you to buy these things. I have too many. They will age and they get hard to work with. You do not want to run out and buy these items. But since I have them, I need to be using them up. And it might inspire you to dig into your stash and see what you have. So first of all, I started with pastes and these kinds of things. I am not good at making drops. Like I have some of these bottles. I'm never going to be that person. I'm just not. So what I do is, this is from our friend Mary. I think she was the one who said to do this in the beginning, and it makes me happy. I take a gift card or credit card and a stencil, and I use a bunch of this. I just put it right on my credit card. I started to make you a process video, but that went by the wayside. And I smeared across there. So I have specialty papers. See that? I'm using up my specialty papers. Glitter striped paper that I wasn't sure what to do with. This is going to make a really cool pocket in a journal, I think. And same here. I put big dots, big shiny dots on small dots. Stars onto the glitter paper. Now the one that's pretty much sheer is Nouveau Crystal Drops in Gloss Blue Babe. So if you have some of these and you're looking for, it's pretty much clear with just a hint of blue. Now where it gets more blue is where I use the Liquid Pearls Robin Egg. Okay, so it just gives you an idea. Use those up. Then I was super excited and I got out my crackle glaze because I hadn't used it in forever. This is not crackled paste, it is clear. So it needs something to be on it sometimes and to make it more interesting. For example, let me show you what'll happen. Probably should have done that before. If I hit this with ink. Why is there glitter in my prize ribbon? Anyone remember that project? So if you take acrylic paint or something and rub it into there, it will highlight the cracks. Now I'm just using ink because that's what I have handy. But acrylic paint will go down in those cracks better. Ink won't dry on top of this, but if you get it down in the cracks, it will highlight them a little. So now you can see the texture a little better, I think, than you could before. So you get an idea. Black paint smeared over that is pretty cool if you're going for that look. It depends. And I'm going to wait and see what journal I want to put this in to see how it should look. But the blue is kind of fun. And I could ink around the edges. And then what you have is a spot that it's been protected. Same thing as if you do embossing. If you emboss first or you crackle glaze, this section will stay teal while the rest of it is going to be darker. Because even if I get this ink on it, I can just brush it right off. There you go. I've got bits of Kleenex. If you're new here, you're panicked, but you'll be all right. There you go. So that's crackle glaze. It was too dry. I had to add water to it. That's why this section right here is way too thick. If you put it on too thick, you don't get a really nice crackle. I've got some other areas that I like better. Then while I had the crackle glaze out and I was cleaning off the spatula, I put some of it on this. So I already had this tag with this mixed media on it. And then I put the crackle glaze, kind of spackled it across it. So it has different crackly tones to it. Just using stuff up, right? And don't be afraid to play. Then do you have white gesso or any of those white creams that came from Nouveau or, what's that other one called? I don't know, stencil paste or something. This is a black glitter paper that I just didn't know what I was going to do with. And then white gesso through a stencil. And then this side over here is still a little bit of crackle paste that I was using up. I don't know. I might fussy cut the edge of this for a cool pocket. I don't know if I'll cut this off. Sometimes until the journal page comes. I don't know exactly how I'm going to use it, but you're going to see all of these in the journal page, I'm sure. So that's sort of my mixed media messes and pastes and all that. Now let's look. I got into powders. I wouldn't have, I'll be honest, I wouldn't have gotten embossing powders out for any time soon, but I decided to. This is a 2-layer die. I die cut the thanks, then I took it and pushed it on the top of my Versamark pad, and then I hit it with clear, and then I did it again. So it's dual embossed, 2 layers. It was black paper, and I love how it looks. It looks like enamel dots. By the time you emboss it 2 or 3 times, you really get that thickness. I did some videos a long time ago where I triple embossed some die cut words, and they were fun. Then I punched flowers. So let me show you so you can see the sequence. So I punched flowers. Then I took an embossing pen. If you don't have one of these, don't run out and buy it because you'll still have it in 15 years. And traced around my flowers a bit, got some loopy accents, and I put gold on those. And then a bunch of them I put clear on. I think this one I double embossed because it wasn't doing great. I wasn't impressed with it. So as you assemble your flowers, you end up with different sheen. Some accents of gold, some shiny, and you can have a jewel in the middle or however you want. It is a slow process, but they turn out really fun. And here's a hint. These are basic gray papers, so maybe you'll see them again soon. I love to make flowers in the spring. I get on a kick and I start using punches, dies, scissors, whatever. So why not emboss them while you're at it too? You could put drops and pastes. You could also take one of these, not this glitter paper, it's a nightmare, but I bet you could die cut with these, and then you would have flowers with bits of circles on them if you wanted that too, instead of doing them one by one, because that's a lot more work. Be sure to follow the hashtag and check out what others in this collaboration did with powders and pastes and whatnot, and be sure you're taking time for crafting and relaxing. Bye-bye.